Hello everyone, No Respawns here. Hope you're doing well, having a grand week. So in this video, I'm making a small little workshop area around an extractor. So I've got this little location here. It's quite nice. I've got my, those of you who remember my video a couple of videos back, we made the blueprint camp, and here it is, just placed down. It's quite a useful little thing, and it's become a bit of a godsend because I just have to add a few bits and pieces. It doesn't take long. But also down here we have the lauded and much loved junk extractor, something that I always try and find a good location for one, and this is probably the best location I've found that has one next to it, the junk node I mean. So where are we? We are just, so there's Berkeley Spring Station, where obviously you get your legendaries from Murg, is it Murg? No, Mern, whatever, that lady. That bird, and it's just there. It's quite a good location. It is a little bit prone to a few enemy spawns, but it's not too often, and usually they're not anything big. I mean, literally just before this video, I did have a small attack of super mutants, which is a bit of a ball ache, but realistically, normally it's like every now and again, like one of the frog things will spawn around here. Actually, last time I also had a sheep squatch just running down here. If this is not your thing, just because I thought it would be a cool location to point out, just over here, I normally don't spend this long kind of showing where I am, but just it happens to be, this is quite a nice area. There is this area here, and to my knowledge there are 0 enemy spawns here. Obviously you won't get the junk extractor, but as you can see it's quite a pretty area. I'll probably build there at some point. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. Apologies by the way if my voice is a bit weird, or I cough quite a lot. I've had a bit of a bad case of the flu, and yeah, have been about out of commission for a while. Anywho, so let's just jump straight into it. So I've been trying to kind of play around with just, I guess, I don't know, I'm trying to do less is more kind of builds for a little bit. Like, I've just been getting that kind of craving, I guess, and yeah, I quite like what I came up with. Normally, I would have been right on that uranium fever, but I won't abandon you guys just now. Plus, I can't be bothered to do it right now. Useful for the legendaries, though, if only for farming script. Now, I'm going to use this one. So what I wanted this to be is basically we're going to have a small little, I just want to explain what I'm actually building. We're going to have a small little area here, like a little bit of a lean-to camp. And then we're going to kind of lightly wall it off. And I'm just going to kind of turn this into a little bit of a workshop area compared to my my actual kind of living area up there. Just because I just thought it would be because I'd already placed the base down, I was like, that would be a potentially neat idea. Oh. Am I being attacked, or is that me? Oh, that's me just making a weird noise as I move. Fair enough. I thought I was being attacked. It sounded like a, what do we call it? One of those little ticks or something. Right, so we're going to put some thingies. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I've been a bit ill. It's not been ideal, to be honest. I'm in that really frustrating part of being ill where my nose really tickles, and it's really gross. But for you guys, I will persevere, yeah? Because that's how nice I am. Okay. Cool. Right. We're gonna put. I mentioned this every time, but most of you know what I'm doing right now, which is forcing the snapping point of these pillars to be in a non-useless area, so I can actually have something useful. There will be a lot of decoration in this video. This isn't going to be a very long video, but I'm going to do quite a bit of decoration. Most of this will be decoration. Actually, this will be a very decorative video because the build itself is actually very, very supremely quick. But I just kind of like, I've just been playing, I think because ever since I did this kind of structure that I did over there, I've been kind of playing with smaller builds for a little bit, because they're kind of like, you know, what can I make with as little as possible kind of situation. It's quite fun. Okay, this is the lean-to. Don't worry, we're going to decorate it. And obviously we're going to do more bits, but let's just quickly decorate the lean-to now. Yeah, I just like the idea. This reminded me of those of you who have been with the channel for a long time. Back when I made the castle, the last one I ever did for Fallout 4, that was a while ago, and I made like this small little wasteland lean-to thing. And that's sort of what I'm doing here. That's the kind of the inspiration. Let's put a little desk using sarcastic quotey hands here. Let's have a stash box. Let's have... But yeah, no, so I made like this little kind of junk shack lean-to. Something that basically, rather than, you know, being a fancy home, is more like something a little bit scrappy and just kind of... Yeah, like it's just been kind of quickly kind of made and then can be torn down, but like kind of lore-wise rather than realistically, if you get my meaning. Oh, I need to move that staircase. Oh, I need to move that staircase. Every time the stuff disappears when I move into it, it really thinks I'm about to be attacked. Actually, no, I'll leave the staircase there. Actually, no, I'm going to have 2 staircases, living on the edge. Actually, no, I'll leave the staircase there, it's fine. Okie dokie, let's put some bits and pieces. So what I'm doing, I think it was the last video, I did the decoration kind of guide. I'm trying to show off a bit more of the decoration now, just because I think it's handy for people to know, like, you know, what to do. Oh yeah, I want a generator, I don't know. Stupid goddamn cold. So we're going to do some walls in a sec, and kind of turn this into a kind of cheap and cheerful kind of workshop area to complement my already pre-existing base. That is the plan. Where's my conduits? There are my conduits. Where my stash box is. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Alright. I'm going to do a Christmas build soon. Now, I've been waiting for the Atom store to actually have some, like, decent Christmas stuff in it. And that dropped, finally, so I will be doing a Christmassy build. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it will be grand. And also, that way, I'll try and do it sooner rather than later. So that way, those of you who are umming and ahhing about getting the Christmas stuff can kind of at least get an idea of what they look like. Let's just pop this there. Let's put a little bit of pieces. Let's actually hurry up and not spend my entire time decorating this one thing. This, people, is why I usually don't do the decoration, because I spend an inordinate amount of time dicking around. But it is good fun, so I'll allow it. Let's put 1 teddy. We need more plushes, Bethesda. I need more of them. Love the plushes. Please, thank you very much. Alright, so let's put some sneaky lights in there, and then we can start with the other bits. Bit Christmassy lights, because Christmassy lights are cool. Love a bit of Christmassy lights. There we go, and we'll actually have some... What am I looking for? Wall decor. I am looking for wall decor. Like, alright dear, calm down. Okie dokie, so that's my little kind of scrappy lean-to. I might add more bits to it, but let's hurry up and get on to the decorations at the site. So, I want a generator for this. Now, I do have a blueprint, which I like to slap down. Not that one, that's my house. Not that one. That one here. Quite handy little blueprint, this, because it is... I'll place it down, actually. I won't actually, because I don't want to place down. But basically, it's a generator stand with like a small 2 small generators and 1 medium generator, and I basically only use it for when I'm using the junkie extractors in public workbenches. So basically, I just kind of quickly slap one of those down. It enables me to power them, and it also puts them in a slightly less dangerous location. But I am going to put something next to it. I didn't realise this until recently. You can snap stuff to the side of those. It does sort of change how I've when I'm trying to make them look nice, because you can even surround them with things, and it's like, oh that's cool. So I do this like little kind of like it's its own little area, basically. Those words, I'm still a bit ill, shy. I could, but I don't have any resources for it, but that would be a bit of a waste. So we're gonna pop. How much does it need? It needs 10. So obviously, the reason why I'm using the generators I'm using, this guy's not unlocked the bloody large generator yet. This guy never bloody used it, that's fine. I'm trying to make this look nice, rather than necessarily as efficient with space as I could, just for the record. Before you get at me. The junk extractor is very, very good. Like, it's one of those things that's a little bit underrated. I only thought it fills up with a lot of stuff, and it's almost always screws and things like that. So I'm probably with this guy. Whenever he's not got like another base somewhere else, he's just gonna come here again. Okie dokie. So now I want to put some bits and pieces. So I'm gonna try and keep this around 20 minutes if I can. Let's have a workshop coming out the side of this. That'll be nice. That'll be real nice. Okay, get in there, you shit. Get in there. Gonna let me snap in there, boys and girls? No? That's a bit weird. I can dig it. We'll just we'll put you in there like that, sunshine. It's fine. I was about to get all like kind of ballsy then. I done it first time. I was like, who needs snapping? Snapping is for noobs, mate. Right, let's pop a staircase here. So we have a little bit of a workbench. I've actually got like a little workbench area over up the top anyway, but gotta make more, haven't I? Let's do one for me big one. No matter how many times I use these menus, I will absolutely forget where stuff is. Every single time. It's just a little bit of a curse for me. But we manage. Gorgeous. Right, let's put something at the back here. Yeah, it's fun to play around with kind of a, I don't know, I guess smaller ideas for camps. And so this one isn't really a living camp insofar it's kind of just kind of trying to make effectively a kind of just an extractor camp. Basically the idea is that this camp is just here purely for the extractor and nothing else, which I just quite like the fluff of. Oh, well, exceeds my workbench. Sorry, 1 sec. Let me just quickly get rid of a load of my nonsense, shall we? Yes. That'll do. Right. Back again. Okie dokie. Let's put a little bit of a... God damn it. Right, okay, and let's pop something on the side here. This one. I like this one. This one gets some good use from me. That one there. That's first though. And this one. And I think we need a mascot. Matey boy here. Gorgeous. Right, okay, so that's my little workbench area. Let's put a few walls around here, spaced out so they're not so in your face, and then I think we're good to go. I like these little builds, they're fun. I think they're not fun when I forget where everything is though. So I've got these, but I've never used them, and I just don't think now is the time, to be honest. So it's a bit of a sloped ground, so I have to, I guess, factor that in. However, as it's already been revealed, a little bit of sinkage, so that's fine. Worst case, I can use different walls instead, or even Oh, actually, I'll do it a different way then. So basically, when you can't fully, and I've done this before, when you can't fully wall off an area, what you can sort of do is have kind of barricades spaced around, so it kind of gives the illusion of walls, but not actually walls. You've got to think of it from a lore-wise, like in the fact is if you have barricades, those barricades would be manned, so you want places for people to pass through, rather than necessarily kind of, so we'll put one, yeah, we'll put two actually, so one each side. And then we'll do stuff. We're not literally just going to place these and say, here's my barricades, guys. Look all this work I did. Annoyingly, the build area is not big enough for me to do anything on that side, which is a bit of a ball ache. However, we will manage. That's not going to work. Yeah, I'll put some, like... I wish these sunk into the ground. Just as a thing, Bethesda, if you're watching. Bethesda, one giant creature is one person with one mind. Please, could you make these sink into the ground? That would be great. I would thoroughly appreciate being able to sink these into the ground. Let me know if you're interested and keen in having me decorate like this a little bit more in videos. I'll try and mix it up, obviously, because, you know, to be frank, I like to mix things up. But, yeah, like, if you're keen on having me decorate like I am right now, rather than necessarily making something go structural, let me know. That's cool, by the way. Just thought I'd put that out there. I thought I'd say. Why does it have a spike on the side? Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't it? Right, let's put some stuff. Can I fit some tyres in here as well? But I can put some... I can fit some on the sides. Yeah. Push. There we go. These are going to float a little bit. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I didn't realise they'd be... They're not too floating. There's a bush in front of it. You can't notice it. I do wish things sunk a little bit more, though. God damn it. God damn it. Right. And I'll put some this aside. The sinking bothers me more than it'll bother you. Unless you're just as neurotic as I am in that case. Then it bothers us both. What am I going to do? Let's put some chairs inside. Can't have me guards. I'll have to put something that side. I don't think I can fit anything in, actually. We'll have to just accept the fact that there's going to be no thing. Let's put some tables. Gotta decorate your guard posts, everyone, yeah? You can't leave them all empty. That's rude. Something sweet and cheerful. Also, it's nearly 20 minutes, so I have to hurry up. If I don't get here, if I go over 20 minutes, my channel gets deleted. It's not going to get deleted. Shut up. But you get my point. I'm trying to rush. Okay. I might quickly disappear and add a few more bits and pieces, because obviously there's a lot more polish I want to add to this. But to give... You're hopefully getting the idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disappear off, and I'm going to add a few more bits and pieces. I will obviously give you a slow tour when I'm done. And then we can... well, we can see when I give you the slow tour. One mo. And we are done. Quite pleased with how this turned out. I think it's better if I show you in photo mode, just because it gives you a bit more of a... you need a better angle to see the actual thing. But it looks very, 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 very cool. So yeah, the whole approach with this one was a little bit different to what I normally do. It's kind of focused more on kind of making a kind of junker camp focused around the extractor, rather than necessarily a player home, because obviously we've already got one set up over there. Let's give you a little bit of a tour of the barricades. Barricades are an underappreciated part of player camps, I feel. Underutilized, rather, would be a better way of saying it. And I think highly recommend trying to make weird and wonderful barricades. I mean, just look at this monstrosity here. I love it. I love it so much. It's just so weird and pointless, but it's also got a point. It's a barricade. Barricades are grand. And obviously barricades are great because it gives you a kind of almost new point to put stuff in terms of like actual kind of like crafting stations. That was the worst way of saying it ever. God damn it. Evidently recovered from my flu so much. Also, I gave me an excuse to use the free state stuff as well, because I kind of feel like this would almost be like a kind of checkpoint for the free states. Like, obviously they've got their bunkers nearby, but they've obviously tried to utilize as many resources as they can, and they've utilized the junk node here. But it's quite cool. I quite like it, and it reminds me of some old school stuff that you can do, obviously, like in the creation kit, Fallout 4. And just kind of being able to kind of make kind of slightly junkier bases, especially in Fallout 76, which is obviously quite a challenge, but I think I've done a reasonably solid job. One thing, if any of you have never used a junk extractor, it has so much stuff in it. I don't know if even this is filled up yet, but it's just, there's just so much junk. That was one game day, basically, since the start of the... since I stopped recording, it actually filled it with all that, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that, gave you a few ideas. I said you can actually utilise that junky style in Fallout 76, it just involves a little bit more creativity and kind of just being a bit more different approach to building the camp. I will have more videos up soon. I'm sorry again for the little bit of a dirge, it's just the flu hit me pretty hard, and I'm nearly recovered. I think I should be okay tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a Let's Play series on The Long Dark soon. For those who haven't played Long Dark, it's a survival game by Hinterland Studios. Really, really cool. Quite slow-paced, but I'm in the mood to play it because a new update dropped. So what I'll be doing is doing a Let's Play of that, where I start off, play the first hour, do a little bit of a guide on it, in fact, because I've played it for like hundreds of hours, then kind of play it myself for like 20-30 hours, and then you can see what a later game survival mode looks like. But anyway, until that point, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. As always, follow me on Twitter @norespawns, and I will speak to you lovely people soon. You take care.